watching this video and you're like, huh, the intro and the outro is similar. That's because it is. I suck at this part situation. I'm not even gonna hold you. So I'm so sorry about it. I hope it doesn't ruin the viewing experience. However, please feel free to comment down below if you ever got caught up in any of these scams or these ruses. But even more importantly, I need you guys to let me know if you guys really want a part 4 or not. Also, keep in mind, as you watch these videos, I will be doing dedicated videos to every single topic that I've mentioned in part 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So sit tight.
What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. And as you guys can tell by the title, we're going to be doing part 2 of No, You're Not Going to Make $10,000 a Month. I'm sorry to break it to you. Before we even get into that, please make sure you guys comment down below. Have you ever been caught up in any of these scams? Please make sure you watch part 1 because y'all, I know I have. Okay, that's why I'm able to come on here like, yeah, I got caught up. It was a scam. And if you guys haven't been here before, you never watched my story times, go watch the story times on this channel as well as my personal channel, because more than likely I've already talked about whatever scams I got caught up with. Like, when I'm telling y'all, it's not fun being scammed, but I feel like everybody gets scammed at least once in their lifetime, especially now because like these scams are running rampant. So I'm really trying to make these videos so you guys do not waste your time and your money. Also, be sure to join my channel memberships. I just opened them. Thank you guys so much in advance, and shout outs to those of you guys who have already joined. If that is not your speed, make sure you guys join my Patreon for exclusive content. And I have multiple channels now. Again, everything is going to be linked down below in the description and or pinned comment. So let's get back into these $10,000 whatever scams. Crypto.
If this is your first year in crypto, let me tell what's going to happen to you. You're going to invest small to begin with, bit of Bitcoin, bit of Ethereum. You might buy some XRP. Then you're going to get drawn into NFT projects. And then you're going to get scammed out of some money. And then you're going to want to start mining. And then you're going to leverage trade. And then you're going to lose the lot. Don't fall for it. Do research.
All of my money in crypto, and I lost it all. Everything. I had a few $100,000 to my name, I'm going to be honest. And I lost every single dime. And I vowed to myself, chat, I told myself, I will never once, ever put money in crypto.
I lost several $1 million over the past 2 days in crypto. This is what I learned from it. This is how you guys won't make the same mistakes as me. This is how I'm going to continue making money from losing all that money. So first of all, it was unrealized losses because it was just me holding altcoins. And as you guys know, a significant amount of our altcoins are down 50% or more on this dip. This can be super scary for a lot of you guys. This is why I'm not necessarily super concerned about it and why I think we're going higher in the long run. So when it first happened, I thought I was going to be strapping up at McDonald's. However, I remembered these big liquidation dips are necessary in order for us to move higher, especially within the altcoin market.
So we lost over $40,000 in crypto. Yeah, $40,000. This is not financial advice, so don't take it as financial advice. I'm just educating you based on a story that I had to go through so you can learn from it. At the beginning, it was so beautiful. My husband was day trading, spending hours of the day doing the trades, buying coins, selling coins, all the things, day trading. That's basically what that is. And we were making a little bit of money until we came across this company that someone recommended to us that was giving returns. You give them your investment or your money, and they would flip it and give it back to you, basically double. Now, at first that sounded like, I don't know about that. But we knew people who actually put money into it and returned like triple their money. So we're like, okay, let's do some small deposits first. Let's just test this out because, you know, people out here, we don't know them. So we put it in small deposits. Then they returned it, doubled. And we're like, yeah, okay. So then we started getting heavier on our investment. So then we put more money in. I think it was like somewhere around like 16 grand. Came back. Now, here's where most people probably should have pulled out, or at least, you know, saved up some on the, you know, split it. But we didn't. We were like, listen, we are trying to show people that this works. We are recommending people because of our own results. We're like, listen, this company is doing really well. We did Zoom calls talking to this company. We did all of the things. We just gave them money. They returned it within not even like a week. And it was unheard of. So as we started investing more and more, and all we were doing is just taking it out, putting it back in, taking it out, putting it back in. And it was so fun. It was the first taste of abundance. It was the first time we were able to go to a restaurant, pay for everybody's meals. It was the first time we were able to go to different events and be able to give like $500. It was like we were limitless, truly. We were able to eat out when we wanted to. We were able to travel when we wanted to. It was so freaking beautiful. So, what happened? What happened was there was some fluctuation in the crypto world. Things started going up and down, up and down. Then it started going down. And so when it started going down, everyone started panicking and we're like, you know what, maybe we should probably take our money out. But mind you, when it went low, here's what you normally do. When it goes low, you use it as a discount and you buy more. So what we did is we put a good 40G in the low dip.
Like I've said recently already, right? The whole idea of putting money into crypto, stocks, bonds, Forex, or whatever is a scam for people that don't have the money to lose. Okay, yes, you can make a lot of money with crypto. I've made a good amount of money from crypto, okay, especially back in the day. But would I do that shit now? No. Okay, but I will say a lot of the scams, especially with the NFTs, okay, that goes into this category too, was the pumping and dumping. The way crypto works is the value of crypto really depends on the value that we put on it as consumers, okay, or as buyers or sellers or what have you, right? The only way crypto really works is if we put value in whatever coin that it is. Take Bitcoin, for instance. A lot of people took that shit as a joke. A lot of people didn't think crypto was viable. Now that shit is, I don't even know. At the time I'm making this video, I'm going to just put it right here. High as hell. I'm mad as hell I didn't buy them $1 Bitcoins. I would have been a billionaire right now. I have a friend that became a millionaire off of buying a bunch of Bitcoin when it was like $5 or something like that. So sometimes there is value put in certain crypto that can really make you a lot of money. I had a lot of Dogecoin. I made a good amount of coin from that a couple years ago. You can make a lot of money from crypto, but you have to really be careful what crypto you go and you put your money behind. And most importantly, you have to be careful with the coverage. A lot of coins have been pushed out there as the next big thing or whatever the case may be because Bitcoin went large or whatever. So a lot of people try to get into crypto and try to buy crypto when it's small with the hope that it will blow up one of these days. When a lot of times it has a lot to do with the coverage, the pumping and pumping. But then the problem is when it dumps and dumps and dumps, because a lot of people don't understand that you're buying this at a low price so that the people with the money and the people that have the stakes to gain, or better yet, the stakes to lose, are going to make this shit inflate and go so high to the point where like you don't really matter. You're gonna lose your money. All that money that you're putting into that crypto is going to be taken away by someone else when that shit crashes. Okay, they pump it to dump it. That's why it's called a pump and dump scheme. Influencers will hype a coin or an NFT. Their fans will buy it and then they'll cash out and leave the followers holding the bag. It's happened so many times. There's been so many investigations and like a lot of YouTubers making so many videos about this because like there's a lot of people that have lost thousands of dollars from this. Okay, there's a lot of people that believe their favorite influencer, their favorite celebrity, and they're like, yo, I'm gonna make so much money. And yeah, no, it was all a scheme to get you all to invest in it and leave you there. Vending machine riches. Y'all, I just found out about the whole vending machine thing and I ain't gonna hold you. I almost fell for it. Yo, it's funny. Almost everything that I'm mentioning, I probably almost fell for, like maybe at least like 3, 4, 5 years ago. But the vending machine one, I ain't gonna hold you. I almost fell for this maybe a year ago. I was like, yo, I'm about to go buy a vending machine. I'm about to make some money. Child, these people and these promises like, yo, buy this vending machine for like $500, $1,000. You're gonna be making $8,000 a month, $2,000 a month, da da da. Y'all don't understand, bro. They don't teach the importance of actually having the business license and the permission to put these vending machines wherever the fuck you're putting them. They don't understand that they need to also teach about securing the contracts for these vending machines. Also, a lot of them don't address the theft. Okay, people be breaking vending machines and stealing the Nutter Butters in them all the time. People will also literally like try to take the money out of the machines. And this also goes into the whole location situation. A lot of times you'll put a vending machine somewhere and not see the money for months. Okay, shit, sometimes years, because it's just not in the best location. There's a lot that goes into owning a vending machine, and I was so sad when I realized there was so much into owning a vending machine, because I'm like, oh, it's easy passive income. Then I realized it's not.
People think having a vending machine is all fun and seamless because they only see this. And this. And this. But what about this? And this. And this.
This is everything I learned from owning a vending machine and why I decided to sell mine after 1 year. 1, people scream passive income, but it's not really passive. When I think passive income, I think like making money in your sleep. With the vending machine, it's more manual labor. It's not intensive manual labor, but it is manual labor. You have to go to the machine, you have to collect the money, you have to restock the machine. And because my machine kept like running out super quickly because they kept buying it, I had to go there like constantly, which was annoying. 2, you don't really see a big return unless you own multiple machines. And I could definitely see myself buying more machines if I didn't do so much stuff outside of like business. Like people were saying you don't make much money. Of course you're not going to make much money off of one machine unless you price stuff at like $10. You have to own more than one machine. And 3, I own my own business outside of owning a vending machine, so I wanted to like focus my attention on that instead of the machine.
So you've seen me do some TikToks getting our vending machines and servicing them and getting the money, but here's a reality that happens, and this is not just vending machines, this is just in general, things that happen that you may not be prepared for, such as getting kicked out of a place, not being able to get a new location, and then kind of getting stuck with equipment. Big equipment, by the way. I mean, we're not paying for storage, thank goodness, but you know, some people will get like a unit to store these in. So this vending machine was about $1,500 or so, and it's just there. I mean, I hope it gets placed, probably not. It's not in the best conditions anymore. It's kind of gotten toasty and stuff. So this machine was another $2,000 or so, and it's here now. I mean, I don't know where it's going to go to, maybe the scrapyard. This one, if you look at the other side, it's an older one. I'm not even sure where this one came from. I don't remember, but it's probably like about $1,000, $800 or so. This one wasn't bad. I think this one I got like super cheap. As you can see, it's missing trays because it has a compressor unit that goes there for Cokes, but obviously it's not working, and it's missing. And that one was like $200, so I'm not too upset about that one, but I'm still going to lose money on it regardless. So, I mean, these are things that happen. You might be asking, well, why didn't you go get another location? It's not that easy, right? It's easier said than done. When I bought these, they were on location, and we got kicked out. So it's not like I've just been buying them and they've been accumulating. They were just, put out of service from the location that we were at. So it sucks, but it's a reality, and it's not just vending machines, all right? It's any business. You have to be prepared to know that anything can happen, and it is what it is. But if you never try, you'll never know if it was a good idea or not.
First things first is to not buy a vending machine.
For real?
Yeah, that's the first mistake that people make, is that they buy a vending machine and then try to find a place to put it. And then they contact me like, I got a machine, I don't know where to put it. And that's the first thing you don't do.
Okay.
What you want to do is maybe you want to scout the kind of place you don't want to go to, because you only want to buy a machine once you have an agreement with a place to put it.
Okay.
You want your machine to be location specific.
Okay.
So say for instance, you buy a beverage machine and then you're shopping around, you find a place that wants services, but they want a snack machine. Or they may want a combo machine. Mm-hmm. Or it may be a luxury, apartment, and you have them a machine that will fit into a car shop. You know, so it's those kind of things are important, you know, so you don't want to buy a machine. You know, I'll be seeing some people in the vending machine business who sell content or do this kind of stuff, and they be like, step one, buy a machine. No, they setting you up. No,
They setting you up to fail.
yeah, you don't want to buy, because also you might have a machine and it doesn't fit through the door, or it doesn't fit in the space. Like, you want to wait until you get that meeting, you scope it out, you know how many people are going to be there, because what if I have a big machine and there's 30 people there? Or if I have a small machine, there's 300 people there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't do that. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to find out where you want to get your machines from. That's important, because once you have an agreement with the place, you want to be able to give them a timeline of when you're going to deliver the machine.
Okay.
You know, so if I know that if I go to this place over here, it's going to take 3 weeks, this place is going to be 1 week, this place is going to be 6 weeks, I've already known, what they may have in inventory. I already known, the process, how long it'll take for it to be delivered.
Yeah.
So I can, relay that to the location. You also want to kind of just think about what areas you want to service, and also, what kind of businesses you want to target.
How much money can you make running a vending machine business? Well, the great thing about this industry is that it is very scalable. I've met guys that do over 7 figures a year and have hundreds of vending machines on location, but it's important to know that that doesn't happen overnight. So many people rush into the vending industry thinking they're going to buy a machine, put it on location, and quit their job next week, which is further from reality, because even though the vending industry is very profitable, it's something that takes time to build. So if you're looking to start a vending machine business just to get rich quick, then don't. But if you're willing to dedicate 2 or 3 years of your life to build a vending empire, then yes, I would recommend starting a vending machine business.
If you're thinking about investing in a vending machine, do not do it. Vending machines are the adult version of having a lemonade stand. I'm pretty sure you guys got the information to start a vending machine business from social media, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, whatever, or maybe after you read Rich Dad Poor Dad and you started learning about financial freedom. But a vending machine is nothing more than a financial symbol of creating passive income. It's simply a concept that teaches you the basics of creating passive income and investing and doing business instead of working a 9 to 5. But having a vending machine is not at all going to make you rich. If you were to purchase a $2,500 vending machine today, depending on your location, it'll probably take you at least 2, 3, 4 years to recoup your investment. And that's just breaking even. Friends who have spent like $2,000 on a vending machine and don't make any money from it. Literally every month he makes approximately like $20 to $30 a month, maybe profit, maybe not profit, because he has a vending machine. And of course, just one machine isn't going to make you rich, but if you look at the numbers and the patterns, it's kind of hard to be successful at all with vending machines. So I know a lot of people are on social media pushing this idea of vending machine this, vending machine that, start this business, laundromat, this and that. It's so unrealistic. You're literally not going to see anybody driving a Rolls Royce from owning a vending machine. It's going to be from something like real estate or stocks or something more realistic, some kind of business, some kind of actual entrepreneurship. Not saying that owning a vending machine isn't good, but rule number 1 to business, look at the numbers and make sure that you're getting into a business because it makes sense number-wise. The point of business is to make money, not to just be in business or for a look. So having a vending machine these days typically does not fulfill the purpose of making money. And the only real way to really get sales and make profit from a vending machine is to have really good locations and to have multiple machines. This is why if you want a successful vending machine, it needs to be somewhere like a warehouse where people work, or at a school where a lot of people go to every day. Other than that, you're not seeing people go to vending machines anymore. It's 2024. So stop listening to these influencers and gurus and experts trying to tell you guys to get vending machine businesses, because it's going to waste you time and money. And it's nothing more than you having to work another job for you to maintain vending machines. You literally have to go restock the inventory on a regular basis. Once again, it's going to be very hard and a long journey for you to recoup your investment.
Instagram or TikTok theme pages. Now, I'm not going to hold you. I almost fell into this too. But then I realized how difficult it is. And most importantly, these people are fucking buying followers and likes. And yeah, that's basically how they're making their money. So you know how we have all those aesthetic or very funny or very relatable pages that we follow. A lot of times those pages are actually businesses. Sometimes these people make so much money just based off of posting promos for other pages that are interested, who are in that niche or whatever. But what you don't understand that goes on behind the scenes are content and engagement farms. So this is going to be a dedicated video sometime later down the road, but behind a majority of very successful pages, okay, whether we're talking about YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, are engagement farms. And these are essentially platforms or automation type of situations that pump likes, views, comments, and whatever onto these pages so that they can grow and then ultimately make money from promo and stuff like that. Also, there's things called engagement groups. I feel like did I talk about this before? I feel like I have, but again, it's going to be a dedicated video. Those are two different things, but yeah. So engagement groups are basically groups of people in a similar niche who have similar interests and would have or share the same type of followers, who then get in a group, post all of their posts in there, and then each person makes sure they're the first 5, 10, 15, 20 people to comment on it, and then it then boosts the post up. It's very interesting. Now, I will say, I don't think there's anything too bad with it besides the point that it's obviously not organic. And it's funny because I know all about this because as someone that went to school for broadcast, journalism, public relations, and basically does marketing now, I had to look into these things and see how these people were doing it. So I joined engagement groups way back in the day. Like, I'll say 2016, 17 to see exactly how it worked. And I'll say, I mean, it works temporarily, but not really. But these platforms have become so smart that they peep when you're doing that. Like, they peep when your engagement isn't organic and it's not something that's true to your platform or it's not natural. And most of the time you will get banned. Okay. I've known people to get banned for using these things. If I'm not mistaken, when I was running one of my little experiments, one of my Twitters got banned. This was a long time ago, like before 2016 or whatever. So it's like, it'll work, but not really. Like, you have to be very, very careful how you do these things. But it's funny because a lot of people will tell you like, oh, make these theme pages. You're going to make so much bread.
If you ain't made that faceless IG, Threads, TikTok yet, friend, is you really trying to even make some money or what? Let me put you on real quick and show you how you can start you a quotes page today. And by the end of this month, you can be at over 10K followers, baby. Okay, y'all, so look at this quotes page. She just started this page, or he, I don't know, just started this page in March. You see at the bottom, March 2nd. Yeah, just started this. And my girl followers is she's at 12.8K. If you go and put her name in, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's a he or her, but if you go put the name in Instagram, you will see that page picked up, okay? Yes. So this is what I mean by the quotes. Look at all of the quotes that she got that people just like to repost because people always feel where she coming from, you hear me? So friend, I'm about to show you how to do it in Canva. So go ahead and create that Instagram page so you can get some money, okay? Thank you. Here's one that I just created. Deluxe B, okay? Boom. This is what I just created here. Here's my quote. One thing I'm gonna do is twerk to every song. And it's how you gonna start. Just go to have a little Instagram square template. Go to Elements, grab circle frame. Grab it. Boom, make it little, easy. Go to your text, get you a heading. That's gonna be your name. Get you another one, that's gonna be your @ Get you another one. We're gonna switch these two around. That's gonna be your @ and this is gonna be your quote, okay? Easy as pie. That is how I got that, okay? I went ahead and made my logo right here, but as soon as I got the logo, I did this. I uploaded it from my pictures, and all I did was drag it in there. And you can size it to how you want. And babe, start posting. You can start today. It's April 2nd. I need no excuses this year, okay? I'm sick. I want to get on live so bad, but I've been coughing all day, and I don't want to keep coughing. But I'm not giving excuses. I'm still showing up, and I still need you to show up and get your head in the game, coach.
No.
So I lost $400 from the creators program, and I don't want you to end up like me. So if you're in it, if you plan on getting in it, here's some of the ins and outs that I've learned over the past few months from me actually posting every day towards it. I had a video that I posted about 4 days ago on Stephon Diggs, Cardi B being at MSG on the floor during a playoff game. It did extremely well. It got over 300 1,000 views. We're almost at 800 comments. It got shared hundreds of times, and it did pretty good numbers wise. So it got all the way up until like about $400 on day 3, and then they flagged it for unoriginal content. For whatever reason, I don't know. I looked back at the content that I had, and I do sports stuff. So in order to paint a picture for sports stuff, I need the actual content from it. So, you know, I'll get a lot of my things from X, Threads. I don't get them from TikTok itself because I've gotten flagged before. And when I go and read the video examples on what not to do, they say, don't do that. Nothing had a watermark on it. Nothing had anything other from any other platforms to show that. And whatever I had, it was from a video of somebody actually taping it and not from ESPN or anybody of that nature. So I don't know why I got flagged. And then I tried to go appeal it and not approved. So what I found better is overlays. If you can overlay it and somehow whatever content that you're grabbing it from, do not grab it from, you know, YouTube or anything that has a watermark on it, or it probably don't show it that long. But if you're a storyteller like me and you like to paint pictures and do things like that, that's what's I suggest that, you know, you could avoid, because ultimately it showed me how much I was going to be making, and then it just flagged me. Yeah. I'm not going to say $400 is a lot of money, but it's a lot of money to me. I got bills. So, you know, anybody out there who's going to make this content, who's going to do storytelling like me, you need video examples, try overlays instead of green screening and things of that nature, because there's a chance that you could get flagged and miss out on a lot of money like me.
Of course, we all seen successful theme pages. I follow a few, especially the ones that have to do with Black history or being a Capricorn or being a Black woman or being Haitian. Like, theme pages are everywhere, but very few of them are successful and not all of them make money. It's the same concept of YouTube. It's like many will try, but very few will be successful. You may get the followers, but that doesn't translate to money. A lot of people think when they see an account with a lot of followers, that just automatically means they're making money. Absolutely not. And if you think the percentage of YouTubers making money is low, child, the percentage of people making money actually like on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, even lower. Especially because there's not a direct monetization component for most of these other sites. A lot of the times it's funding, it's not ad monetization. There's a difference for all of this, and you should know all of that before you even try to jump into anything that I even talked about. On social media, to be quite honest with you, just do your own shit. Show your face, engage. That's the whole point. That's how people become successful on social media. Of course, there are faceless pages that are successful, but that's an even smaller percentage than the people that are actually out here putting in the work and grinding. The main reason that this is frowned upon is because copyright is a bitch. Okay, even if it says it's free to use, that doesn't mean you can make money off of it. And you're treading into different water when you are posting shit that's not yours, and then you're not crediting, and then you're using free stuff for monetized purposes. Also, you may get monetized, but eventually you might get demonetized, because especially like YouTube, maybe TikTok, depending on the niche, they don't play about you not actually putting in work into your content and getting paid for it. Like, a lot of times they'll deem it as like non-monetizable shit that you can't be monetized for. Okay, so like, yeah, you'll fuck around, you'll get kicked out of creator funds and all types of stuff. Like, just don't do it. If you really want to do shit on social media, you should be doing something that actually is creative, so that it is yours and no one can come and say, oh, they're using my shit. There's a lot of work that goes on, and a lot of times you're not going to get that same type of return. It's the same thing with YouTube that I said in the beginning. You might put so much work into this, you might think like, yo, you did something, but a lot of times
you're going to have to build that shit from scratch. And it's probably going to take anywhere from a year to 5 years to see a return on that investment of time that you put into that page. And more than likely, you're going to give up before you even start seeing a return. Luxury car rentals or personal car rentals. Now, it's very interesting. I started seeing this maybe during the panoramic, but I know it's been something that's been around for a long time. But there are so many of these little business gurus or whatever that tell you could make $1,000, $5,000, $8,000 a month by literally renting your own car, or better yet, this is even worse, telling you to go buy a luxury car that you know you can't fucking afford, to then rent it out on Turo or any other platform, or to Uber or Lyft drivers to then basically charge them. And yeah, it's passive income. You know, you don't have to pay the car note. First of all, they're not taking into account that your insurance company is going to charge you a fuck ton for even thinking about doing something like that. Also, the car is financed and you're sitting here letting a lot of other people drive it without the proper insurance, because we all know nobody's going to pay for the insurance for that. Okay. You're letting all these people do whatever when the car is financed and not properly insured. And then they're not taking into account the whole shit is a fucking headache and a half. Can you imagine if someone just takes the car, like never comes back with it? I mean, steals it. Okay. Yeah, like it's weird. Like they really forget all of this important information. They forget about the licensing, the thieves, the insurance, the financing. Like the whole thing could be a big legal mess at the end of it. Like you're literally opening yourself to dealing with a lot of potentially dangerous and problematic people. And it's just like, it's not even worth the headache, especially considering a lot of them, they're telling you to buy a luxury vehicle, which already costs anywhere from $400 to $800, depending on your credit. And you know, you're going to make so much money. Like literally half that money is going to go to insurance and the car note. Okay. That's flat out. Even if you have the best credit, let's say maybe the car note is $300 for a Tesla, which probably not. Okay. The insurance alone on a Tesla is going to be insane. Not only because right now that whole situation going on with Homeboy. Okay. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't trying to get this demonetized, but also it's like, yeah, like the shit going on with him. And then it's like Teslas in general already have really high insurance, but right now, since people have been vandalizing them, yes, it's been a lot. Like, why? Why are we telling people to do this? Of course, we have self-publishing books. Now, I published a book on Amazon, but it's not a book. It's a planner. And it's funny because somebody had the nerve, gall, audacity to write a negative review saying that the book doesn't tell them about anything. It's the fact that people are really that dumb that they don't understand I have a planner, not a book. I'm not necessarily an author. I never said I was an author. I have a planner, not a book. It even says YouTube planner, Media Hustle YouTube planner. It's very weird that people just whatever. And what really pisses me off is Amazon took my shit off of Amazon out of nowhere with no explanation, trying to say it was copyright. I don't know what the fuck, but I think it was because I had the YouTube logo on the cover at one point, so it was whatever. So I lost all my original reviews. I believe they withheld some of my sales or whatever, so it's whatever. Like I got over it. That's why I had to republish it, and it sucks because like damn, I wish I still had my positive reviews from like back then that I had when I first released it. So whatever. The point is, self-publishing a book is easy, but selling the book is where a lot of people, especially now, will tell you use AI to write a book, or you know, use your old journal entries and make it into a book, or oh, put your recipes into a book and sell it on Amazon. You're gonna make so much income. Now, we've been watching this video for how long? A lot of us have watched part one. What's something that's missing? Exactly. Marketing in the two, or if you don't have some sort of compelling story that's gonna move mountains, nobody cares about your fucking book. I'll tell you right now. Nobody gives a fuck. The reason my planner sold so well in the beginning is because I have a story behind why I started my channels. I have a journey. I have people that followed me throughout my journey. So that's why that shit sold well. But for the most part, an average person is not going to be able to just sell a book on Amazon. And then it doesn't matter who you are, Amazon could just pull it down. Happened to me. And now everybody's trying to write self-published books, which has now had a bunch of schemers and scammers online trying to tell you they can write your book for you. You have all these ghost people, these ghost writers, whatever, on Fiverr trying to push bullshit. It's just like people ruin everything. I feel like this really could have been great, especially because it's very hard to get a book deal. I would love to get a book deal because I feel like my life is pretty interesting. I feel like I'd have a really interesting story that a lot of people would like to read, especially like I've been telling a lot of these stories forever, but there's a lot of things I haven't told before. So yeah, like I think it's viable for someone that really has a story and most importantly has a following that would buy that book. Private label skincare. Now, fun thing, right? Fun fact, not even fun fact, like y'all already, like every single video I've ever posted on the internet, almost every single time, there's always going to be someone. Your skin is so clear. Your skin is goals. Oh my God, I love your skin. Yeah, if I was to start a legit business, like a physical business, it'd probably be skincare because I really take good care of my skin. And I ain't gonna hold you, even when I don't take care of my skin is fucking great. And it's all genes. I'm not about to sit here and tell you I use this, I use that, da da da. But I will say, now that I've started sweating more and I've, been more active being a dance teacher and Zumba instructor, it is a lot harder to keep up with my skin. And I feel like I'm starting to see flaws, even though a lot of y'all looking at this shit like, bitch, stop playing. No, so I will say, like, I've been doing a lot more experiments with my skincare, and that's probably something I would do later down the line. Like, when I probably don't care to be on YouTube as much anymore, I wouldn't mind starting a skincare brand, but there's so many ways to do it. You can do it the old-fashioned way, or you can do a private label where essentially the product's already made. All you gotta do is put your name on it, which is how a lot of YouTubers sell a lot of shit and why a lot of them getting a lot of shit for selling that shit, okay? A lot of times when you see influencers marketing their new drink brand, did y'all know that Prime is really not owned by that Paul brother? I don't remember which one it is, and I don't give a fuck. He ain't my kid. It's not really owned by them at all. Okay, him and KSI, yeah, no, they don't own it. They're just the face of it. Crazy, right? You could do something like that where you partner with a brand, but then, your face is on it. Same thing with brands such as like Ciroc. Is it Ciroc that people think that Diddy owns? Yeah, like, no, he don't own shit, just the face of it. There's a lot of things out there that celebrities and influencers are marketed as owning or they're the face of, but no, they don't own it at all. They're just making a cut for the company using their face, but they have nothing to do with it. They might get market shares or whatever, but it is not their brand. A lot of times you'll see these gurus tell you, oh my gosh, start your own makeup brand, start your own beauty brand with no inventory. The truth is, a lot of these companies are selling the same shit with different packaging and just slapping a whole bunch of different celebrities and influencers' names on it and marketing it as their brand. It's not. They wasn't shooting in the lab. Okay, they wasn't doing all the work necessary to have a skincare brand. A lot of times they're just like, oh my God, I've been working for, 5 years on this and it's finally here. Suck your mother. You haven't been working on shit. You're a liar. Like, stop fucking pissing me off with this shit. Yeah, sad to say, private labeling is not only a scam, but it's pretty damn dangerous, especially if you're not doing it well. And 9 times out of 10, there's 10, 20 other companies out there selling the same shit as you with different packaging, different marketing strategies or whatever, and you're not going to be unique at all. And finally, AI businesses. When I'm telling you every fucking day, at least once, and mind you, I've told y'all a lot of times, I do not sit there scrolling on my phone. I only consume content that makes me money. I mind the business that pays me. Other than that, the only other content I consume is People's Court and Black History. I swear to God, hand honest God truth, okay? I do not care to scroll. But that time where I will scroll for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, I will get pushed. Start your business now with AI. ChatGPT can make you millions. Make sure you don't miss out on this opportunity to make thousands with AI. Like, y'all really be pissing me off because it's like these automated businesses are not going to make any money because the best businesses out there make money because they have a human attachment. They have a story that people resonate with and want to support. They have that whole idea of this is me, this is my story, this is my business, service, or product, and you should buy it. I want to help you, etc. 9 times out of 10, when you just use AI and you don't know what you're doing and just using it to use money, you're not going to make shit. Okay, a lot of these faceless channels, okay, the only ones that are making money are the ones that actually sit there and talk and take the time to overlay the right things and use the right editing. Like, you have to put a lot of work into a faceless channel. Way more work than a channel that actually shows your face, okay? A lot of people don't understand that a good business deals with personal connection. And I think that's where a lot of people fall short. They don't want to share themselves. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to whatever. And they're like, oh, I'm going to believe this next scheme because it's the least limited amount of work. No, you're going to have to share pieces of yourself. Like I said, you're going to have to sell pieces of your soul, whether we're talking about a dry cleaning business or a YouTube channel. Like, you have to sell bits and pieces of your soul. It's not always just about the product or the service. There's key differences and key stories and personal backgrounds that make all the brands that we know about today successful. The only reason we don't hear about them is because now they've been in business for 50 years, 100 years, whatever, and nobody really gives a fuck. But like, even like Most of the best brands that you know about had a real story that made them who they are today. You're not going to make money without that. I always tell people, for those of you guys who have been on any of my webinars, you already know passion, personal purpose. Okay, you have to have the passion, you have to have a personal story, you have to have a purpose. If not, it's not going to work out. Stop letting these people lie to you and scam you and tell you that you're going to make so much money doing n'importe quoi, because 9 times out of 10, they're lying. You're not going to make any money at all. And if you do, more than likely, at best, you might just break even. You're not going to make $10,000 a month. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Please join my memberships if you haven't already. Join my Patreon. And most importantly, peep the description box for everything you guys always ask me about down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this, because I know this and the other video is pretty damn long. With that being said, I'm going to see y'all next time.